Okay, so for this question we need to place this headquarters so that it satisfies these bullet points here. So it's going to be an equal distance between Wrexham and Aberporth. So what we'll do is, we see Aberporth is there and Wrexham is there. So we get our compass, right? And what you need to do is put your pin on, we'll start with Wrexham here, and we open it up so there's more than halfway the distance between Aberporth and Wrexham. So you know, that there is perfectly fine. It's clearly there closer to Aberporth. It's open a little bit wider maybe than it is to Rex. It's more than halfway, okay? And we're going to do perpendicular bisector, right? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to draw an arc over here, okay? And an arc over down here. I'm going to remove the pin and make sure you keep this gap the same. So I'll put my pin then on Aberporth, okay? And I'm going to draw an arc here so that they cross, and they will cross, look. I'm going to draw an arc down here. Now you notice that one doesn't cross this one, so I need to go back to Wrexham, okay, and make that arc a bit longer, okay, so that they do cross. And that sometimes happens. Just go back to the original point and draw your arc there, okay. Now if I join these two, where these two arcs, pairs of arcs we've got crossing, we join them, we'll then have perpendicular bisector. Okay, and every point on that line is the same distance to Wrexham as it is to Aberporth. So it doesn't matter where you are. You could be here, obviously we'd be in England then, wouldn't we? But you need to be somewhere in Wales, but it doesn't matter where. You'd be the same distance to Wrexham as you are to Aberporth. There's a second bullet point, an equal distance between Carnarvon and Swansea. So there's Carnarvon and here's Swansea. So again, we can open up our pin, okay, so we go to Swansea. Now we need to make sure again that the distance between Swansea and Carnarvon, okay, we open up a compass so there's more than half, so we'll open up a little bit wider, okay, and then we'll draw an arc over here, okay, and then we'll draw another arc over here. Then we go to Carnarvon and we'll draw, making sure that we haven't changed the gap on this compass, so we'll draw an arc here so they cross, and we'll draw an arc over here so they cross. So again, look, I didn't do the other arc right, didn't I? So I've got to go back to Swansea and can keep that, make that arc a bit longer, okay, and then where those two arcs cross, okay, let's join that up. Okay, so it's got to satisfy these two bullet points, right? So anywhere on this line here is the same distance to Swansea as it is to Carnarvon, okay, anywhere on this line, but anywhere on this line is the same distance from Wrexham to Aberporth, okay, but we need to satisfy both bullet points. So the only place where that's going to satisfy is where the two lines cross, okay, here, alright, that's the only position that's going to work, alright. So there, with the same distance to Wrexham and Aberporth, okay, the distance between them is the same, and then Carnarvon to Swansea is the same distance between those two locations as well. Then it says the new headquarters needs to be within 20 miles of this point. So it's got to be within 20 miles of this point. So it doesn't have to be on this point, it could be anywhere on this point, but within 20 miles of this point. So I'll get my compass, and what I'll do is I'll measure this here so that it's to this scale, so that's on that scale, okay. That will be 20 miles. I'll put my pin there, just get this right, yeah. Put my pin then where those two lines crossed, and I draw a circle. And it says shade the region then in Wales. You can see in bold there it says in Wales that Freon should identify. So basically it should be anywhere here where they can build this headquarters. Okay, but remember in bold it said in Wales, isn't it? course it goes into England there, so you make sure you don't go outside that border where Wales and England meet. I'm shading everything perfectly. Within that circle. Obviously not shading this part here where we have England.